watchers, to this week's session of Blue and Bronze News.
We, your dedicated reporters, have spent many days investigating a pressing social problem here in Hong Kong and are now inclined to make it known.
It's insane housing cost. Since last year, Hong Kong has had 1,792 registered homeless people. 1 in 5 of the Hong Kong population is considered poor, clinging to the underbelly of the otherwise flourishing city. And still, the number keeps on increasing.
Now, why is this?
Hong Kong property is the most expensive in the world. Hong Kong has low taxes that make the city extremely popular for expats, so the rest of the government revenue comes from the insanely high rent of HK Realty. The government owns all land in Hong Kong, leasing it out to developers in an auction process. The highest bidder pays the most for the land, making the land extremely expensive to those who will live on it. This is good for the government, good for the market and for business, but bad for the people.
Many can't afford a house and end up living on the streets because of the lack of affordable housing. These people can't pay rent, have difficulty finding jobs because they are either mentally or physically ill, addicted to drugs, or have criminal records. How do people get off the streets? An option for homeless people is to find space in a subdivided flat. It's not as convenient as it sounds, though.
Devious landlords take advantage of people's desperation. The landlords divide their property into tiny cubicle homes and rent them out for 3 times the original price to residents needing a home so badly that they'll take anything. The flats are approximately 10 meters square, which is just enough room for a desk and bed. Many low-quality subdivided flats provide space barely larger than a car park slot for tenants, for more than 4,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. And still, the rent continues to increase.
This report will delve into the lives of selected Hong Kong residents. We hope their evocative stories will awaken an impulse within you, will inspire you to pitch in and help better the Hong Kong housing situation. then, we have yet to locate this man's whereabouts. But his poignant life story is a heart-rending reminder of the suffering of the homeless. The fact that he has a potted plant as a best friend is a further indication of his despondency. Yet, he perseveres, which is an admirable feature. Dearest sir, we wish the best for you, no matter where you are. These stories are a prime example of the terrible housing conditions in Hong Kong. Hong Kong housing is expensive, unjust, and causes physical and mental problems for those living in them, not to mention the countless people that couldn't afford to get a home because of this. While the government is doing its best to find a sustainable solution, such as providing dormitories to those in need and a range of resources to the street sleepers, they are yet to be effective. The homeless can only stay in the dormitories for up to 6 months. However, it's not enough time for one to completely turn their financial situation around. So this method is not as effective as the community would like it to be.
The government is also providing street sleepers with a range of services such as emergency assistance, food, and care such as bathing and hair cutting. But until the unprivileged can attain actual good quality, reasonable homes, these services will not make much of a difference.
The horrible, squalid cage home conditions are the product of exploitative private property owners. Concrete solutions we suggest that can solve this issue are a couple internal government policies being altered. The government should strive to build more public housing so that private landlords cannot raise the prices of their land. In order to do this without further reducing greenery, we encourage the government to change the law that forbids them from turning industrial buildings into residential ones. Wong Chuk Hang has old factory buildings that are empty and are potential living spaces. This way, the Hong Kong supply and demand for affordable housing will become more balanced, as people can rely more on trustworthy government-owned housing instead of on rogue private landlords. Additionally, we, the people, have so much power that we don't even know we possess. There are endless small actions that each of us could do to uplift and empower the unprivileged. An extremely impactful contribution would be donating to charities or volunteering for organizations that strive to bring more light to the lives of the poor. This way, with everybody helping out and supporting each other, the world will begin working towards a fairer, more pleasant future. Thank you all for opening your hearts to us tonight. Thus concludes this week's Blue and Bronze Report.
Hi YouTube! My partner Allison and I worked on this project on Hong Kong housing issues. If you liked what you saw, please click the link in the description box down below to donate. Your actions will make a big difference. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the video.